Got some goodies in the trunk of this 5th gen right here.
I don't know how you open
This is a 5th gen, buddy.
Yeah, I don't work on these things.
Looks like you might.
I'm pretty sure I built this car. Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking this was the one with the system, but it's not.
Is that what? Ooh, peep check. Nice.
That's a giant one.
Two. Oh, my gosh.
Down, dude, baby. Nice.
Got some grandma's cookies in this joint.
Ooh. Oh, yeah.
What's he getting, Chris?
Thanks, buddy. Damn, so Kyle's working on another 5th gen back-to-back. I know he's happy. But looks like this thing's getting a nice Willwood brake setup. Pretty cool. This thing's actually really nice. Clean SSS. Clean SS 5th gen. Alright, so it looks like Kyle got the Willwood brake setup on this thing. Getting there. Looks really good. Yeah, it looks really, really good. How was the brake install on this thing?
Good.
Not bad?
Just waiting on brake lines to finish it.
Nice. Looks killer. And he's getting ready to do the flex fuel right now. Pretty cool to see this on the dyno. I don't see too many Whipple LS stuff, but curious to see how this does. This guy's got some money in suspension on this car.
I was at some money in brakes.
Yeah, I can't imagine how much this was. Looks really good though. Looks like some quality stuff.
Oh yeah.
All right, 2012 Camaro. We did this a long time ago. I just looked up the last dyno it was here was like 4 years ago. And that was when it had the Whipple and we did all that on it. It just came back now. As you guys seen, we did the Willwood brake kit. And we did a flex fuel sensor and some other miscellaneous small things he wanted us to check out. So we'll see what it did. It made 730 last time it was here. So let's see what we got. I'm just flashing it now for the flex fuel sensor. I wonder how many miles are on this thing. 17,000. It's pretty good power. Now that I think about it, 730. I looked and that must have been like a cold run because they were all like right at like 705, 704 before that. So I mean either way, it's pretty killer power. I really shouldn't need to make too many pulls on pump gas on this. I'll make one or two and like clean it up and play with it, you know, since it's 4 years old, and make sure it's good on pump, and then we'll just add egg. Make sure the sensor and everything's working. It is 9.8%. Tune is pretty much dead on there. 751, made a little bit more up high. Other than that, it's pretty much exactly the same. Oh, it's because I think I revved it higher, made a little more boost, made like half pound more boost, so.
Pretty good.
Yeah. I was saying that before, made 730 4 years ago when it was here. I mean, it's ready free.
Already?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't change anything other than that, so. Yeah, it's got a half tank in it, so. I just needed to check if the pump gas was good. And obviously it was, so we'll be right back. Got 41% in it right now. It was 57 during the pull. I'll leave it. It's fucking either the wideband's dirty or it blew it out.
Somebody don't let me forget I dropped my ratchet down inside this thing.
All right. I didn't make a full pull, but it looks like it was up significant. We had 747 and 650 torque, so it's up like 25 torque already. All right, well then I'll just make a rip. I won't even change anything. Because the tune was actually really good. .68, 648 torque.
Did it again?
Yeah, it did it again. We gotta clean the wideband. I'm back. All right, Eric's up at the engine bay watching this because at the end of that pull it like smoked or did something like weird up on the passenger side. We don't know what it was. Still fucked up.
I think it's the belt.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It smells like paper burning. Is the belt too long or something?
The tensioner's got a lot of movement in it, but it does its job.
Yeah, I was gonna say, boost doesn't fall off or anything. All right, the wideband is fucking...
It's not right still.
No, it's doing it's like not even remotely better. It's worse, actually. I think it's the sensor or something. I don't think it's the location of the pipe. Because when it just goes dead lean like that, it's either that or it's dirty inside the thing and it can't read any air. So it's not, moving it isn't gonna do anything. The belt.
The other like belt.
Gotcha.
Here, Chris, here.
Belt's too long.
The belt's too long.
We're gonna switch. Well, I guess we'll get another one and we'll be back. Okay, got a different belt. Now we can finish this thing. Still 35% A. Put the other wideband sensor in. Okay, I changed nothing besides wideband sensor. Just want to see what the air fuel is before I dumped a little, that's another 5 gallons of E in. It's literally right at 50%. So might go down a little bit once it gets mixed up some more, but see what we got. $796. 651 torque. Perfect, right where we need it. You guys think we can hit 800? That was 6,900 RPM. Let me see where I got the limiter in this thing. 7,000. Let me up that a little bit and see if I can squeak past 800. After this pull, I'll probably let it cool down for a few minutes. I didn't rev it higher that time. I chickened out and I let out early. But it was right on target. I'm gonna let this thing chill for a few, we'll be back. All right, let it cool for not that long, like 20 minutes or something like that. See if we can hit 800, 798 or something we made before. .801, 654 torque. I'm sure that it'll definitely be happy with that. Now he can enjoy it for another however many years until he brings it back. But this thing's been running strong for a long time, so I'm sure he'll be happy with it. He's got some more power, some better brakes. Should be a fun car. Later.